Yesterday, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, revealed her 5-year-old son, Louis, is using a feelings wheel at school to learn how to express his emotions. As part of her work surrounding the early years, she argues that nurturing children's social and emotional skills is just as valuable to our long-term success as reading, writing or arithmetic. We've actually created one here. If you just look, there you go. Sad is blue with emojis as well. Happy is kind of orange-yellow. Angry is red. And that kind of lilac is scared. I think that's...
Lilac?
You know, that's kind of representative of what you'll see in a lot of sort of infant primary schools at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing new. When I was at school, like 20 years ago, whatever it is now...
All right, stop boasting.
We were using all different analogies like emojis and colour wheels to express ourselves. And I see it with my girls as well. And I think anything that helps you identify why you're feeling a certain way, and if you're unable to articulate it at sort of 5 or 6, this is probably a much easier way to tell
So how
somebody.
would your kids use it?
They would use it when they're, you know, they're going to have a tantrum, they're going to have a meltdown, and instead they can identify, actually, I'm feeling red, I'm feeling yellow. They know yellow's happy, red's angry. My youngest daughter always says, I've got this fizzy feeling in my stomach, and they were taught this analogy about a fizzy drink, and if you hold it all in, shake it all up, and then take the bottle off, you're going to explode.
Right.
So it's better to kind of talk about it before the bottle explodes. So, I mean, for me, I want to raise children that are good communicators, because I've had relationships with people that aren't good communicators, and it's an absolute nightmare. So I think anything that makes you talk about what's going on the inside is a good thing, I think.
I mean, Jane, that's probably kind of before our time for schools, but can you see the value of it?
If it's targeted at a specific child where a teacher feels that the child's behaviour has changed, that they're a bit insular or quiet or there's something going on, absolutely. A bit like when they go into hospital and they've got to explain to them what's going to happen to them and they use a doll and they say, where does it hurt? That is targeted use, and I understand that. What I don't want, and I don't know because I'm too old, my kids are too old to know how these things are implemented, but if that is an accurate representation, there's 3 negative feelings on there and 1 good one. And it's like they're 5 years old. Don't they just want to come to school and, like, get muddy hands in the sandpit and play with their mates? And if they're constantly being told, how do you feel? How do you feel? That, to me, is going to invoke anxiety in a child.
I think you're angry because you're in red.
It's like, it's OK to have a day where you're not like, hey, I'm ecstatically happy, everybody. I get it if it's a child that's in genuine need, but let's not make this the norm. And by the way, Prince Louis, I mean, what's he not got to be happy about? You know, it's like...
Well, Judy's still blue because you called her a horse.
No. You called her a horse.
I called her a sexy zebra.
You said she looked like a zebra, and I was just pointing out a zebra's a horse, really.
Yeah, she had my back. I'm good. You can call me whatever you want to call me, OK? I'm good. As for this topic here, I kind of on the side with Jane because...
Oh, are you, Judy?
Yeah,
that surprises me.
You know, even with my social work background, what you're saying in regards to being targeted specific children when they're going through certain traumas or needs, you know, you've got play therapy, you've got drawing, those kind of things to kind of help understand what was behind what happened and to give their version and talk about emotions. My concern on the everyday use is that we're going to now use all of these different strategies that take away actually just having a conversation with our children and learning the pattern of behaviour of our children. Not only now we connect an emotion with a colour, so we're going to take away the communication of saying, I feel angry to, I feel red. You know, we've gone from one thing to another.
Okay.
And then I
So we
think...
should name the emotion.
And we should name the emotion. And I think at 5 years old, they have to be able to go through these feelings till they get to a stage. You know, before 7, it's hard for these emotions to be actually developed. So if we're now implementing and telling them what they feel and how they feel and let's go through it, we're not allowing them to have the tantrums and learn why they're doing that and how come it's happening and seeing the situations. We're not allowing them to cry and be upset and then, you know, relish in the joy and those kind of feelings. I'm just concerned that there's so much things being implemented that is taking away the basics of actual conversation and allowing themselves to learn.
I've got the research to back it up. So Psychologists have conducted research following schools using these kind of prompts, and it says that it can help them develop emotional management, decision-making skills, empathy, understanding and developing their relationships, successful school development, and there's also academic benefits.
I mean, under 7, they don't even know how to manage, how to undo sometimes a sweetie wrapper or what toilet to use. They need to learn that sometimes it's...
Listen, do you want to talk feelings?
Also, no, hang on, wait, very, very quickly.
It's all right.
Here's the scenario, right? Little Johnny, little Jimmy go into school. Little Jimmy's always happy, 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 happy. Nobody really, oh, Jimmy's happy, you're fine. He sees little Johnny constantly pointing at the sad thing. Is he going to think, if I point at the sad thing, I'm going to get the attention?
Well, in some cases, maybe, but why is he lacking attention in the first place? What's going on?
No, because you constantly see the people that you look up to, the teachers, giving all their effort to the child that's saying that they feel a bit this or a bit that. And by the way, as Judy said, the child's not resolving it themselves. Sometimes you feel a bit sad and 5 minutes later you don't, and you don't need intervention on that.
Yeah, well, I'm with Katie, but I'm too scared to tell anyone. I'm a bit